there lies something truly fascinating: data analytics. All the entertainment giants, be it Disney, Marvel, Universal, or even OTT platforms like Netflix, use data analytics to create the stories that we all love. From predicting box office success to making sure that we never run out of content to watch, data is the unsung hero of the entertainment industry. So let's grab your chai or coffee and decode this cinematic magic.
Back in the day, filmmakers used to rely on their creative minds and of course the star powers. But today, data-driven decisions are slowly taking over because of the rising competition. For instance, the global video streaming market is right now standing at a staggering $108.5 billion, and it's not stopping anytime soon. In fact, it's projected to grow at a CAGR of 21.5% till 2030. With so much competition around, data isn't just helpful now. It's like having a crystal ball. Every time you pause or you skip or you rewatch a scene, you leave behind a data footprint. But to you, this might not be of that much of importance. But to the production houses, this is a treasure trove which they can dig deep to find out what is working and what is not. Let's understand the different roles that data analytics play in the entertainment industry. A cinema has many components working for it. It might be great cinematography or excellent soundtrack or even brilliant acting. But every successful cinema manages to strike the right chord with the audience through its fantastic storytelling. Take Stranger Things for example. Netflix didn't just roll the dice on 80s nostalgia. By analyzing their viewers' data, Netflix found out about the rising love from their audience about the sci-fi and retro themes. And their famous recommendation engine made Stranger Things a global phenomenon. The machine learning and data science approach to identify high potential content is so successful that compared to the rest of the TV industry where only 35% of the shows gets renewed past their first season, Netflix manages to renew 93% of its originals. Another example might be Disney. They didn't just let it go. Instead, they observed a rising demand for diverse and culturally rich stories by analyzing their audience feedback. For movies like Moana and Encanto, they created characters and worlds that reflected different cultures, which attracted global audience. Or even in India, Alt Balaji uses data to understand the sentiment of Tier 2 and Tier 3 audiences, gaining a huge boost to their popularity among the masses. To put it simply, the studios track the macro data trend to create content that highly resonates with larger groups, making it more likely to succeed.
Let's talk about marketing. Remember Avengers Endgame? Now Marvel didn't just hope that people would show up in theaters. They actually know their audience much better than we know our cricket stats. They captured data from social media and fan interactions to find out curated campaigns that felt personal. And the result is a $2.8 billion box office collection. Then there's Netflix. They run multiple A/B testing campaigns to understand which one is particularly getting more engagement from the customers. Now, what is A/B testing? Let's say the marketing team of Netflix have come up with 2 thumbnail designs for the same series. Now, how do they know which one the customers or the audience will like the most? To understand the same, they roll out both of those designs at the same time for separate groups of people to understand which one is gaining more engagement from the users. This is known as A/B testing. So, let's say you and your friend both want to watch the series Ozark. At the same time, from both of your accounts, the thumbnail for Ozark is different. This is a live example of A/B testing.
Movies are expensive, and let's face it, a flop can burn millions. To combat this, in 2009, Disney created Disney Research Studios, This helps in applying machine learning and AI to its media and movies to predict box office incomes. Similarly, in 2020, Warner Bros. Partnered with a company called Synalytic, which is an AI-driven project management firm, to enhance decision making with predicting box office success. They use predictive models to consider a lot of things: local holidays, competitor releases, and even the weather. With state-of-the-art visualization tools, they nail the perfect release strategy. It's like finding the perfect Shadi Ka Muhurat, but for blockbuster.
Now comes personalization. Ever wondered how Netflix seemed to know your mood even better than your bestie? That's Netflix's famous recommendation engine. You know, which actually suggests almost 80% of the content that we end up watching. This looks at people with similar taste as yours and what they have watched, and basically suggests those content to you. This famous recommendation engine is actually built on top of collaborative filtering model. Now, what is collaborative filtering? Collaborative filtering is like asking your friends for movie recommendations. Some of them might suggest movies you like and some of them might suggest movies that you don't like. But eventually you find out that 1 or 2% whose suggestions match with your taste, and they become your go-to person for movie recommendations. Netflix uses similar data but at a much larger scale. They look at millions of users with their viewing habits just like yours and suggest their watched movies or shows to you. Now, if this is clear to you, let us dive a little deeper into the types of collaborative filtering. There can be two types of collaborative filtering: user-based and item-based. For user-based collaborative filtering, Netflix compares you to other users. For example, if you watched Stranger Things and someone else with similar taste also watched The Witcher, Netflix might recommend The Witcher to you. In case of item-based collaborative filtering, Netflix compares movies and shows instead of users. For example, if many people who liked Breaking Bad also watched Ozark, Netflix assumes these two shows are relevant and might suggest Ozark if you have watched Breaking Bad as well.
Striking the right chord with your audience goes a long way, and big production houses does exactly this by creating content that are consumable and relatable to their audience. Let's consider regional languages. For example, did you know at the beginning the famous series Money Heist was a very niche Spanish series? Based on the data analysis by Netflix, they promoted the show to a global audience by understanding their preferences and eventually making it a household name. And not only that, we saw similar things happen with dark and sacred games later on. Then comes the smart subscription model for your targeted audience. In India, Alt Balaji shows the different available subscription models to their targeted audience at a per day level. This very simple yet amazing strategy makes Alt Balaji look very attractive to even the daily wage earners, which increases their TAM to a massive level.
So, what's next? Imagine this: AI co-writing scripts, or real-time data analysis helping the creators tweak the show mid-season. Well, Disney is even building wearable tech that tries to understand your emotions to make stories that hit all the right chords. But if you ask me, there are innumerable opportunities for data and AI in entertainment industry in future. The future indeed is looking very cool.
So the next time you are binge watching a TV series or watching a blockbuster, remember, it's not just the creativity and talent on the screen, but data working as a silent assistant in the background completes the whole package.
So that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, then please like and share with your friends and subscribe to our channel. And also let us know in the comments which industry you'd like us to decode next.
Until then, stay curious and keep learning.